If you're an early stage small business owner or entrepreneur, I thought it would be interesting for me to share with you today 12 lessons that I wish I would have done differently when I first started this business journey. So if that sounds intriguing to you, then keep on watching. So when it came to my YouTube channel, I was like, if I start talking about business so much here on my YouTube channel, are people going to, only want my how-to content? And that's something that I didn't want. I didn't want my YouTube channel to become a how-to channel. So I could change this mindset from thinking about, nobody's going to be interested in me and my personal journey if I'm talking about business here on my YouTube channel. So to shift that mindset, what I did was ask myself, what do you genuinely want from your YouTube channel? I started to think about how I wanted more genuine engagement and genuine followers and genuine comments of people telling me that my content helped them in some way, or it inspired them, it encouraged them, it motivated them in some way. Because I had this shift in mindset, it really inspired me to want to start talking more about different topics on my YouTube channels, from business to mindset to personal development, talking about the behind the scenes of my business, organization, and habit building. So I wanted to talk about a range of things on my YouTube channel because all of these different things really inspire me and have been a part of my personal growth journey. And this simple shift in mindset really helped my YouTube channel start to grow a little bit. I mean, I know I'm still in the beginning stages, but just seeing videos go from getting maybe 50 views to 222 views, and one of my videos even got over 400 views on it from simply just talking about the things that I enjoy. And moving forward, I really hope to talk about these topics a little bit more in depth. I spent so much time working on this ebook, and I put so much time and energy and effort into this ebook. It took me months to make, and that is crazy. When it comes to creating this freebie that you're giving away, I just don't think that it necessarily needs to be this long drawn out process that will take you more than 2 to 3 days, if more than a week. I personally think that if you are creating a freebie, it should be something that you already know, or something maybe that you've already created that you can turn into a quick, easy freebie or lead magnet to motivate your audience to, join your email list. If I was starting this over again, I would do something simple like a checklist or a discount code or early access to a blog post, my YouTube video, or a podcast episode. So needless to say, when I put that ebook up, nobody took action on it. Nobody signed up for anything. I created a simple checklist that helps my audience to assess the readiness of their branding so they know if they're ready or not to start marketing their business. And if you've ever signed up for someone's freebie or a discount code or something like that, you might have realized that afterwards they've sent you this sequence of different emails to kind of welcome you into their newsletter. I wish I would have done that part, the email sequence, a little bit differently. Now instead, I've taken the different topics of my freebie and I've turned those into the email sequence. So for example, one of the topics in the freebie is about your approach to social media. So what I did was I turned the email basically into this guide for the checklist. And I found that this was so much more easier to take different sections of my checklist and then turn those into additional tips. It's just diving in a bit more deeper to give my audience a little bit more, details and a little bit more guidance and a little bit more inspiration and advice to help them in their journey as they're going through this checklist. Hopefully you see what I'm getting at with this. Like, the email sequence can be simple just as much as the freebie that you're giving away. And moving forward, for future freebies and things like that and email sequences that I create, this is something that I'm going to stick to, and I find that it is such an easier transition into my paid offers. One of the biggest things that I know is there is power in building a community. Some of my favorite YouTubers like Raven Elise and Will on a Whim and Erin May Henry, just to name a few, I feel like they have built amazing brands. Raven Elise, I know she recently released a digital product, and I can guarantee you that because she has built such an engaged community and she has focused on building her personal brand so much, because she has shown so much of that of herself and she's put out a digital product that talks about those different topics, you can guarantee that a good majority of her audience has already bought that digital product or is interested in eventually buying the digital product when they can. And I remember just a few years ago her sharing an affiliate link for one of these buttons here. This isn't the exact same one, but she shared this as an affiliate link that she got off Amazon, and she talked about how this little button helped her take pictures. And I immediately clicked that affiliate link and I bought that little button. When you do create a product, a service, a digital product, or have affiliate links or whatever the case may be, I feel like it is a little bit easier then to generate consistent sales in your business because you've already built the audience there. You know, they're there, they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they're ready to buy. So that's something that I wish I would have done differently, is focus on building my personal brand up first here on YouTube. I was really struggling with myself and just at my wit's end with trying to build this business, and I was like, you know what, I need help. And then one day I was just Googling maybe, and I came across a coach. And what really sold me on getting a coach was their website. Like, their website was amazing. It had every little thing that I wanted. Like, if you're looking for this, and you're looking for this, and you're looking for this, and I was like, yes, I'm looking for all of that. And it was just beautifully laid out. And I knew right then and there that I needed that. But I used to convince myself that I wasn't going to ask for help, and I was afraid to ask for help as well. This was the number one thing that helped me to get unstuck. And I'm just really thinking back, like, if I could do it all over again, I didn't have to struggle, I guess, is what I'm truly getting at. It was like I was overthinking everything. I had all the ideas. I knew things that I wanted to do because I love business, I love entrepreneurship, I love researching. So I was, doing these things on my own. It was just having all of these ideas and just not really knowing what to do with them. And the moment that I learned about brand strategy, and strategy period, is what really did it for me and really helped me just see everything so clearly. It was like having this puzzle piece of confusion, and then finally, with just getting some help, that puzzle just became clear. And I'm just like, wow, how amazing it is to have somebody else that has another set of eyes to really help you to see the things that you're not seeing. I think that is the best part about investing in yourself or investing in coaching. That is something that will help you, I believe, more than just trying to wing everything on your own and do it all alone. Like, you don't have to struggle. And that's something that I wish I would have wrapped my mind around. If I was doing this all over again, I would, really lay out, like, what all am I struggling with? What are the things that I am just having the hardest time with? And I would write all of those down. And then I would go, maybe Google or something like that, and I would search these things that I'm having an issue with, and then put in, like, who could help me with this? Is it a mentor? Is it a strategist? Is it a social media manager? Whatever the case may be, I think that it's important to truly understand who you're going to for help, because everybody's going to do something different. There's a difference between all of those things, so it's really important to understand exactly what you're looking for to really see the results that you truly desire to see. But if you are looking for a little bit more inspiration, some guidance, you're looking for strategy or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me. You can comment down below, or you can reach me on my Instagram if you'd rather DM me, and I'll put my Instagram here and in the description box below. If I was to do a second platform, which I do have an Instagram, what I would have done is focus on YouTube first, creating long form videos, and then taking those videos and then repurposing them into Instagram Reels or Instagram carousels, those little swipe posts that you see. I really feel like I had a lot of time to really focus on these things, being as though I don't have any kids or anything like that, but there's a lot of other factors that you have to factor into this, and then how long certain things take in your business. Like, YouTube takes a long time. It takes time to film videos, it takes time to edit the videos, and even just to create the videos and the ideas and the plans for the videos. And then if you also struggle with things like I do, like I struggle with PCOS, I have migraines all the time, and even my mental health some days, most days if I'm being honest, but all of these things contribute to, your time, your energy, to actually be able to stay consistent with your commitments and your schedules, on these different platforms. So instead, I started to switch that strategy over, and this is something that I wish I would have done from the beginning, is create a repurposing plan, which I feel like I did have a repurposing plan, but I feel like I just didn't stick to it like I was supposed to. But now we're sticking to the plan. And for now, I just plan on repurposing pretty much everything. And the only new content that I'm creating for Instagram is maybe my stories and creating new B-roll footage, which is like footage, like if I'm not like face to camera like this and I'm just off doing something in the background, like that's B-roll footage. So I would focus on creating new B-roll footage and new pictures, and occasionally creating new stories for my Instagram. So that's pretty much my goal for now. I would, comment something, and then I would wait a few hours, maybe a few minutes, and then I would be like, did I say the right thing? Am I going to sound like I know what I'm talking about? Even though I knew that I did, I still would second guess myself and overthink it, and maybe even develop a little bit of imposter syndrome. And I would then go back and then delete those things and like I said, and archive them and all that. And I just wish that I wouldn't have done that. I finally convinced myself to stop doing that, but I wish I would have done this from the beginning and just told myself to just keep going. And the more that you do it, the more comfortable and the more confident you're going to get with yourself. The more that you delete things. Now I'm a year in and I'm like, I look back at my Instagram and there should have been well over, hundreds of posts there. But like, if that's you and you genuinely want to talk to people, you want to give them some encouragement, some inspiration, some advice, there is beauty and there is power in what you have to say and what you have to offer. You never know, if you could be the person to truly help them out, to give them some advice, to help them stay motivated, to help keep them going. So don't shy away from your skills and your expertise. And this is something that I wish I would have done differently from the beginning, is to not shy away so much from, what I had to offer. And I just feel like, for one, it would have created more awareness for my brand and my business. And then also it would have just helped me to grow even more and to not be so afraid and so stuck in this fear of perfection. And I think just building that muscle over time is definitely helping me to know when to, just say, it's okay. Just put it out there and just leave it alone and just move on to the next thing. It may not be great in the beginning, but the more that you do it, the more that you build this muscle, the better it's going to be. But you have to start somewhere. I just wish that I would have given myself some time and maybe even just focused on, taking the things that I know about, business and branding and brand strategy and design and all those things. And I wish I would have just applied that to, starting another business again that, that wasn't coaching first. Technically, Gallery 713 was my home decor business, and I just took the name from my home decor business and then turned it into this because I just felt like it still kind of fit the vibe of what I was trying to create. So I wish I would have taken those things and just applied them to Gallery 713, maybe the home decor brand, and just really focused on building up that business and, eventually then getting into coaching and strategy and everything like that. I feel like I started to get further and further away from, the entrepreneur mindset that I have. That is who I am at heart. I always say that, like, I'm an entrepreneur as well. So it gave me this feeling of like, you're a coach now. And I don't want to say like I can't be this, because you can do whatever you want to do. You can do coaching as well as have businesses. There are plenty of people that do that. But for me, and I feel like I didn't allow myself to really go down the path that I wanted to. So my business and the content and everything that I was creating really didn't reflect that. If I was really going down the path that I truly knew that I should have went down and really trusted myself and trusted my gut instincts, I feel like things would have been a little bit different. But at the end of the day, I'm still happy with my growth and where I'm at and everything like that. And I just know for now, moving forward, like, it's going to be completely different. And I'm just so excited, for what's to come. It's so important to really allow yourself to create and create freely and just have fun and enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, because it is a journey. And I think that the more that I began to focus on everything having to be perfect, again, in this perfectionistic mindset, it just took more time. It took more time and energy than necessary, like spending hours creating an Instagram reel or an Instagram post, when really, putting that time and energy into focusing on my YouTube channel, stuff like that would have just made this process a lot easier by focusing more on trying to work on the quantity first. Get out of this idea of, everything needing to be perfect is really helping me now to get on track with, creating my YouTube videos and everything like that. So I think that it's so important, if this is you and you overthink everything and you're struggling, you feel like everything has to be perfect and you're afraid to put stuff out. I'm just trying to think of like my old self to give you some advice. You're worried about yourself. You're worried about how you look on camera and everything has to be perfect. Your lighting, the setup, the equipment and everything like that. I can guarantee you, from someone who's stressed out about this stuff, and just don't. You do not have to. You do not have to worry about it being so perfect right now. The important part is putting it out there. And I know people said this to me and I was still like, but you don't understand. I would tell them, like, you don't understand. It has to be this way. It has to be this way. When I was telling them this, I never got started. I finally told myself it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. There's imperfection here, at the bottom. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be terrible either, but there might be some imperfections, and there's still going to be some imperfections when you get up here too. So just understanding that and really understanding what your mission and everything is and the purpose behind your brand and your business, I guarantee you those little things that you're overthinking, like, everything having to be so perfect, they don't bother you so much. Like, they're like at the back of your mind, at least for me. Like, it's not that I don't see my imperfections and things like that anymore, because I used to be terrified to even turn on the camera. I would like record an entire video and then delete the whole thing or never post it, and then go and like cry and sob and like, you know, snot bubbles, and it was not cute, it was gross. But now I've gotten so much better because I understand that, you know, I have a mission, I have a calling, and I had to answer that call, and I had to show up imperfect to start to even get to where I want it to be. I have to start here, and now I can see that vision so clearly. I can see where I want to get to. I gotta start like I am. I gotta start working towards, you know, putting out more quantity. The quality stuff is going to follow. This very video, what the workflow looked like was Sunday, I spent my time just kind of loosely coming up with an idea and a title for this video. And then Monday, I sat down and I kind of planned out the 12 topics that I wanted to talk about. And then Tuesdays, I actually started writing out in detailed bullet points some things that I could talk about, where, you know, the video can flow and actually, you know, make sense and go in more depth and detail. And then Wednesday, which is today, the day that I'm filming the video, are my filming days. And then on Thursdays is more like editing and content creation. So on this day, I'm kind of editing out lots of like the ums and the ahs from the video, a lot of the clips that I don't need from the video, and then I'm also create any B-roll footage that I need, and then also create the thumbnail for the video. And then Fridays I do more of like the fun edits, like putting all the music and everything in, any final cuts that I need to make in the video, and just really getting everything edited and put together and creating a quality video. And then on Saturdays I make sure that it's all scheduled out, and I schedule everything in YouTube directly. I don't have any schedulers for YouTube. So that's pretty much what I do now and what I will continue to do. So I make sure that I'm staying on top of this workflow. But really, I think the thing that I definitely need to do is stay away from the distractions that's keeping me from my workflow. So things like scrolling on social media so much, scrolling on TikTok and all of those different things. I still need a little bit of work on it, I'm not gonna lie, but my goal is to really stick with this workflow so I can actually get out my videos on time. So in my previous business, my fashion business, I really had a, you know, mental breakdown, or what I like to call a breakthrough, and I really struggled with myself and my identity and just, I don't know, just me and who I was, my happiness, and besides also being a people pleaser and not taking care of myself and not putting myself first, because I was also a people pleaser, a major people pleaser. Now my goal is to start putting myself first, just giving myself more care, more time. And I started doing this through little things, like, for example, I'm taking more breaks in my business, taking more breaks in my day. Anytime that I am done working on my business, or if I feel like I need a break, I will put all of my business stuff away. I will get as far away from it as I can. I'll put it on my desk if I'm sitting on the couch or something like that. I will turn my phone flat so I don't see the screen. It works for me because when it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and then I have peace of mind. I can breathe, I can think more, and I can focus on, you know, what I'm focusing on. I can be present, you know, with my boyfriend while we're sitting on the couch watching, you know, Teen Wolf for the 50 millionth time. I just love, you know, just feeling like I can be present again. And it's such a major difference from my previous fashion business and everything like that. I was like, no, you can't eat, you can't go to sleep, you gotta do an all-nighter, you gotta stay up all night and, you know, work on these things. And it was just consecutively doing that every single day. I was so sleep deprived, I was so tired and stressed, and I couldn't go to sleep. I was just so overwhelmed. And now I just told myself that in this business, I don't want to do that, I don't want to be like that. So I just find little ways to give myself a break, take a rest, take the nap if you need the nap, and, you know, just trying to tell myself that it's going to be okay. And this is still a work in progress for me. I definitely want to do this more, and I need to do this more, because I think that this is something that is so important to not only your business growth, but your mental and physical health and your emotional well-being. Like, you have to take breaks, and you have to give yourself time and patience and grace and all of those things in order to truly see the level of success and growth that you truly want to see. Just clearing your head and just giving yourself space to really, you know, grow and to think clearly and, you know, rejuvenate and get those creative juices flowing again. So I think that it is just as important to focus on your branding as it is your marketing. This is something moving forward that I want to work on more. And what this looks like for me is just sharing like my personal stories. So talking about how I accomplished something, or the struggles that I went through, the symptoms that I was experiencing with this thing, and then the solutions that I came up with and how I overcame or conquered this thing, and then helping my audience to see that I can either help them with that too, or I have a solution to their problem. I feel like with this method, it will really help me to telling a story and sharing more of me and my personal journey and myself, and to just go more in depth like I really wanted it to be, and help me sell my products and services in a non-salesy way. Little things like this that I wish I would have done in the beginning, that I feel like would have just given me the slightest edge to like stay on track with my weekly workflow, you know, because again, like Sundays I'm brainstorming, and then by Wednesday I'm recording the video, and maybe if my hair isn't done or something like that, you know, I just don't feel as confident to get on camera or something like that. And I just wish like planning out my outfits for my videos, and it could even be something as simple as what I'm wearing now. I just said like, for this video I'm going to throw in my favorite green hoodie. Like just having an idea of what I want to do to be prepared ahead of time is really helping me to just stay consistent. That's something that I want to do moving forward. Like even making like easy meals. A few weeks ago I started like meal prepping these salad kits. It already comes in a kit. From the grocery store. It already has like the croutons, the salad dressing, and all that stuff in the bag. So it was just simple and easy for me to then like organize that into a few different containers, and I had salads for a couple of days. So just being prepared like that is something that I wish I would have done from the beginning, but I feel like that one was a little bit hard to really know, like just how much and how time consuming like content creation is, like filming YouTube videos and planning and all those different things and being on camera. Like it can get overwhelming, it can just be stressful, and it can be chaotic, and you're just getting overwhelmed, and then you're distracted by social media and all these different things, and it kind of just throws you off your game sometimes. So I feel like moving forward, this is something that I really truly want to implement, is just getting a little bit more prepared in my personal life. That's truly going to help me to thrive in my business. Those are my 12 lessons that I learned, 12 things that I wish I would have done differently. I really hope that this helped someone today, and if it did and you learned something, please let me know in the comment, like what was your favorite part of the video, what did you learn, what did you take away from this video, and maybe even something that you're going to implement moving forward that maybe you didn't know. Please let me know in the comment section, and please give this video a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.